Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. This week I feel right at home. I have 4 beautiful new city collection styles by Belle Tress to show you. These are from their New York City collection and they include Manhattan that I'm wearing here in raw sugar blonde R. And then another New York City borough. This is Brooklyn. And the color on Brooklyn is Milkshake Blonde R. Then we have a neighborhood or district. This is Chelsea. And Chelsea is in Mocha Maple Brown. And last but certainly not least, we have Park Avenue, a beautiful style in oyster gray. So we will be looking at all 4 of these styles in this video. First, I wanted to thank Shirley's Wig Shop for sending me all 4 of these styles so that I could review them for you. And I wanted to mention that Shirley has a private Facebook group called Shirley's Wig Shop, Hair's Looking at You Kid. It's a wonderful group. We just exchange ideas and information and show off our beautiful styles, and we invite you to join us there. Last, I wanted to ask, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe down below, like and comment, and we'll get started. So if you're wondering why I said that I feel right at home with this New York City collection, fun fact about me that you might not know is that I actually lived in New York City for more than 10 years when I was a young professional, and love the city, have been back a number of times, and definitely feel right at home in the Big Apple. So I'm very excited to show you all 4 of these styles, and I think they are very elegant and chic and aptly named after a city that I love. So can't wait to get a good look at each style. Now, each of them have similar cap constructions. Actually, 3 of them all have the left monopart and the extended lace front. Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Park Avenue. The only one that doesn't have a left monopart is Chelsea, and she has a center monopart and an extended lace front. So in this video, we will look at each style in detail in terms of the type of style that it is, and we'll look at the 2 different cap constructions so that you have an idea what the cap constructions are for each of them. And I'll take each style outside to get a good look in detail at the colors, both indoors and outdoors, so that you can make an informed decision when you make your purchase. So let me go ahead and get started and show you the details for Manhattan here. This is just a gorgeous, very loose, wavy style. We'll do a spin in just a minute. I haven't even finger combed this style because I wanted you to see what these waves look like. The minute you start finger combing or using a wide tooth comb, the pattern can change. So just wanted to show her to you right out of the box. You can see we have a longer fringe, side swept fringe on this left monopart and just beautiful, relaxed curls away from the face on both sides. So I think that's going to look adorable once we loosen that up. So you might call this beach wavy. I would call this more sort of an undone wave pattern. Very loose and relaxed and just almost a little bit of texture and subtle waves. Mid-length, just slightly past the shoulder on me, and just gorgeous. I think this kind of a style will work for so many different people and just look lovely. We do have that left monopart. Right now we still have the zigzag parting, and we will change that part together because I like to create a little bit of scalp appearance, and I will show you how I do that on this style. And then we have an extended lace front. Let's get a quick look at that right out of the box. You can see very well done. It runs from about here to here on me. Very delicate knotting, soft hairline, looks very natural. You have some lighter fibers in the front. If you look very carefully, you might see a knot here or there, but that doesn't bother me at all. I think this is extremely well done. So love those features. Let's go ahead and do a quick spin so you can see her right out of the box from all sides. Here she is from the right and the back and the left. So just stunning. I absolutely love this kind of a wavy, easy style. I think this would be a great everyday style, but can also look really elegant, you know, dressed up and going out for dinner or wherever you might need to go. And next, we will go ahead and we will change that part line. And I will want to steam these fibers away from the face a little bit. You certainly could trim the fringe if you wanted to, but I prefer to create a little lift in the front here and on the sides, and then have that styled away from the face so it doesn't bother me throughout the day. I also think you have enough length that you'll be able to tuck this style, but we will do that together. I'll go ahead and get my blockhead and steamer, and we will change that part line and do a little steam styling. So I have my rat tail comb. This is what I like to use to change that part line. And I'm going to run it down the center of that zigzag to just create a more straight part line, and hopefully we can create some scalp appearance. All right, I think that looks good. You can see a little bit right here. I think within this area, you're seeing some of my bio hair underneath peeking through. So I need to place some scar tape under there so that you can see more of a scalp appearance. But I think I like the position for that part. And let me just quickly finger comb the style. All right, now you can see what that looks like with just a little bit of finger combing. And I'm going to go ahead and clip these fibers back so that I know where this part is when I put her on the blockhead. And we steam these fibers up and away from the face on the blockhead. And we'll do that next. I just wanted to show you that part line now. We can see a beautiful amount of scalp appearance there. And the scar tape will help us do that so that my dark bio hair doesn't show through that monofilament. And I've clipped the fibers back on both sides. So the first thing we'll do is we'll steam this new part line in place so it doesn't revert back to the zigzag. And then I will style these fibers up and away from the face so that the fibers aren't falling forward as much during the day, and just kind of stay away from the face a little bit. I like to use a handheld clothes steamer. This is the iSteam steamer that I purchased on Amazon, and I will leave that in my description box down below. Also, I have a full-length video on my channel all about how I like to steam style my wigs, both my synthetic and heat-friendly synthetic styles, and I will leave a link to that in my description box down below for you. These, of course, all of these New York City collection styles that I'm showing you today are made with heat-friendly synthetic fibers and are just really soft and silky feeling, and the steam really works well on these fibers. So let's go ahead and get started. Be sure to direct the steam at the fibers, not at the delicate lace front or monofilament. Keep your steamer moving. Don't leave it in any one place for more than 3 seconds. All right, I think that should do it. Next, I need to let these fibers cool completely so that this new style can set. And then I'll put her back on my head and we'll see if we like the results. So she's back on my head and the fibers are nice and cool to the touch. Let's go ahead and remove the clips and see if we like how this turned out. Absolutely. That's how I love it. Just a little lift in the front and on the side here. And it's still a little damp, but that's okay. I think that works extremely well. And now you can see these lovely waves framing the face. And let's do the test. Once. Twice. That's how much these fibers are wanting to fall forward now. So just love this method. Next, we will look at the cap construction for Manhattan, and then we'll look at each style individually right out of the box. We'll look at the color outside, and then we'll go over final thoughts. So here we have the cap construction for Manhattan. First, I'll remove this piece of silicone scar tape that I like to apply to the underside of my monofilament to help create scalp appearance where otherwise my dark bio hair might show through that monofilament. I like to use the AWD Medical silicone scar sheets. I purchased them on Amazon, and I'll leave that in my description box down below. Now, I want to remind you that this left monopart extended lace front cap construction that I'm showing you here on Manhattan is the same cap construction that you have on Brooklyn and Park Avenue as well. So I won't show you the cap construction again for those since it's the same. Only Chelsea has a slightly different cap construction, and I will show you that one. So let's go ahead and get a good look here. So we have this deep left monopart. And you have a little bit of parting space within this area, but it is a dedicated left monopart. You have an extended lace front, and you can see it runs maybe a third or halfway, probably halfway down the ear tab on both sides, maybe slightly less. And I love these extended lace fronts because they allow you to style the fibers away from the face and still have that appearance of hair growth all along this extended lace front. So wonderful feature, I love that. Then we have soft ear tabs with metal stays, an extended nape for a bit of extra coverage, and Velcro style adjusters. Now I left these adjusters right where they were. You can see they could still be tightened or loosened quite a bit. I have a 22-inch circumference. All my measurements are listed in the description box down below in case you'd like to compare them to your own. This cap fits me very comfortably, as is the case with all of the City Collection styles. You do have the open wefting here on the sides and in the back, which creates a nice and stretchy cap. I did check the style for permatease, although I don't really need to because all the City Collection styles that I've reviewed have no permatease, and Manhattan here is no exception. So wonderful style and beautiful cap construction on Manhattan. So let's get a good look at Manhattan in raw sugar blonde R out here in natural light. I absolutely love this rooted blonde shade. I've looked at it before and wanted to see it again on a different style. Absolutely stunning. I think it's also a very popular color. Let me go ahead and read you the description from Shirley's website for this color. It's described as a mixture of neutral light blonde / honey blonde / pale gold blonde. So quite a few different tones of blonde in there. With a base of light brown lowlights, and you can see just a few lowlights here and there, but blended beautifully. And it features a medium root color, which is the 8. So really just a stunning color. To me, this reads neutral, leaning warm. You definitely have some of that gold in there, and but then with the more platinum looking highlights that are framing the face here. And of course we have some of the lighter fibers in the front creating that wonderfully soft hairline. And then this rooting I think is lovely, not too long, not too dark, just a wonderful complement for this color and adds to the realism because it mimics regrowth. So I love this color and think it would work for a lot of people since it's neutral and leaning warm. Let's go ahead and get a quick look from all sides. Here she is from the right and the back and the left. So absolutely a wonderful color, and I think it complements this elegant style Manhattan extremely well. Next, we'll get a good look at Brooklyn. So this fabulous long style is Brooklyn in the color Milkshake Blonde R. I've pulled all the fibers forward so you can see the full density. So not at all too high density, I would say lower or a mid to low density style. And you have these gorgeous loose waves. It just looks like you achieved these curls with a curling iron and curled these fibers away from the face in this gorgeous, relaxed, wavy style. You do have some shorter pieces again in the front, kind of a long fringe that you could trim or sweep to the side. And I will be steaming this away from the face just like I did Manhattan. And I think that will work extremely well. Again, we have a left mono part. We still have that zigzag parting because I haven't styled this wig yet. And we have that extended lace front running from here. Some of my bio hair is showing there. About here to here on me. Some lighter fibers in the front, a very soft hairline that's not too dense. I think that looks very realistic, and I'm sure we'll be able to achieve some scalp appearance once we change this zigzag parting. So let me go ahead and show her to you from all sides so you can see these gorgeous long waves and these layers. You do have layering throughout as well, and that helps keep this style very light. So let's do that now. Here she is from the right. And the back. Beautiful movement. And the left. So just lovely. And of course, with this length, you have so many different styling options, updos, ponytails, just however you like to style these long wigs. I think it's wonderful to have that versatility. So next, we will go outside and get a good look at this beautiful color in natural light. So let's get a good look at this beautiful color, Milkshake Blonde R, out here in natural light. I have reviewed this color before and absolutely love it, and I'm so happy to see it again on a different style. I did want to mention that I steam styled Brooklyn here just like I did Manhattan by removing the zigzag parting and steaming a new part line in place and giving the fibers a little lift in the front and on the side here. And of course I did that on a blockhead as well. So just wanted to let you know that I've done that, and then finger combed her a little bit. So this is what we have now, and I absolutely love it. Let me go ahead and read you the description for this color from Shirley's website. It is described as a mixture of light sandy brown highlighted with light ash blonde, and you can see those blonde highlights, with a hint of light platinum blonde, maybe in the front here, with a medium root color. And again, the root is an 8. So I absolutely love that soft rooting, not too dark, not too long, just looks like regrowth and isn't too extreme of a contrast with this light blonde. This color to me reads neutral, leaning cool. I can see quite a bit of the platinum and sandy tones, but not too ashy. I think neutral, leaning cool is about right. And again, I think this will work for a lot of people. So stunning color. Let's look at the details. Again, we have that extended lace front that runs from about here to here on me. Beautiful lighter fibers in the front to help create a soft hairline. Can you see a couple of knots if you look closely? Maybe, but that doesn't bother me. And then we have that parting space, that left mono part, and I do have some silicone scar tape under there. So just gorgeous and very natural looking. Let's get a quick look from all sides out here. Here she is from the right. And the back. And the left. So just gorgeous, beautifully blended, neutral leaning cool blonde with a soft brown root that I think really adds to the realism and makes me comfortable if any of my darker bio hair is showing. So I think this is gorgeous on this classic sort of, looks like you have long hair that you curled with a curling iron and then loosened the curls. So I think this really works well together. Next, we'll get a good look at Chelsea. This beautiful long bob or lob style is Chelsea, and the color is mocha maple brown. I just love a sleek, longer bob style like this. I just think it's so flattering and very New York in my mind. Just really elegant and sleek, and you can do quite a bit with it at this length as well. I love the layers. You have a long fringe here in the front on both sides that you can sweep to the sides, or you could trim bangs if you like. You have a few layers throughout, but mostly it's all one length. And you have a center mono part on this style. This is that exception. This is a center mono part. Right now we still have that zigzag parting, as you can see. We have that same extended lace front that runs from about here to here, and there is a little bit of bio hair peeking out here. So beautifully done. You can see soft hairline, not too dense, delicate knotting, despite the fact that this is a brunette color. You do have some of the lighter auburn tones in the front, and I think that looks very realistic. So This is intended to be a center part style, but for my face shape, I just prefer a slightly left part. And I do think I have enough room within that lace area to create a left part towards the front. And I will probably do that and then steam that in place and steam the fibers away from the face a little bit. But of course, I wanted to show you this style right out of the box before I've done any styling. So let's go ahead and do that and look at her from all sides. Here she is from the right. And the back, beautiful movement, and the left. Sleek, lower density, beautiful bob style. So next we will look at the cap construction for this style since it's a center mono part, and then we'll take her outside and get a good look at this gorgeous color in natural light. So here we have the cap construction for Chelsea. First, I'll remove the piece of silicone scar tape. All right, so as I mentioned, this is the only style of the 4 that has a center mono part. You can see that here you have a little bit of room to move that part line around within this area, but it is a center part. But you can see you have this lace that is also quite deep here, or wide, however you want to refer to that. And so I was able to change the part line to the left easily with this kind of a extended lace front. And again, that runs about halfway down the ear tabs on both sides. Love extended lace fronts because they allow you to style the fibers away from the face and still have that appearance of hair growth all along that lace front. Soft ear tabs with metal stays. An extended nape for a bit of extra coverage, Velcro style adjusters. I left these adjusters where they were, and as you see, they could be tightened or loosened. This cap fits my 22-inch head circumference very comfortably, and the open wefting in the back and on the sides creates a nice and stretchy cap. I also checked this style for permatease, and as I mentioned before, I have yet to come across a City Collection style that has any permatease, so no permatease whatsoever. So absolutely a gorgeous cap construction on this lovely style Chelsea. So let's get a good look at this beautiful color, mocha maple brown, out here in natural light. I did want to mention that I styled Chelsea here just like I did Manhattan earlier in the video with steam and changed the center part to be slightly on the left, especially in the lace front area there. And I added a little lift in the front and on the sides on a blockhead, and this is the result. I absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and get a good look at this color, and first I'll read you the description from Shirley's website. So it is described as an unrooted color, and you can see there is no rooting on this color. If you wanted to add a little bit of a root, you certainly could with some Color Wow root powder. I will leave a link to a video in my description box showing how I like to do that if I ever want to add a little bit of rooting. I wouldn't on this one. I like this little bit of highlighting showing. I don't think it's too stripy for me, and I think it just adds a little dimension, which is often really helpful for a darker brunette shade like this. So I love that mix, but let's read the rest of the description. So it is a very dynamic mix of dark brown with medium brown, 2 brown shades, light auburn, and medium strawberry. So 2 brunette shades, 2 auburn shades, just a wonderful mix of the tones you can see throughout. I love it. Let's go ahead and look at the details. We have that extended lace front again that runs from about here to here on me. Some lighter fibers in the front, creating a soft hairline, beautifully done. That center mono part that I moved slightly to the left, I do have some silicone scar tape under there. I think that looks very natural as well. So let's get a good look at this color from all sides. Here she is from the right and the back and the left. So I absolutely love this warm brunette shade. I've reviewed it before and loved it then, and I think it just is such a nice complement for a sleek lob style like this. I feel very comfortable in this gorgeous brunette shade. So next, we'll take a good look at our last style, Park Ave. So last, but certainly not least, is Park Avenue in Oyster Gray. I have to say, I typically sort of have an expectation for what a style will look like once I put her on. And usually I'm right, but every once in a while, a style really surprises me. And this is one of them. How cute is this little choppy, layered bob style? This is not the type of a style that I normally have worn much. But I think this is absolutely adorable and would be in any color. But this oyster gray is also really striking. So I'm really in love with this little style. So let's look at the details right out of the box. We have that left mono part as we did with Manhattan and with Brooklyn. And we still have that zigzag parting, which I will change and create some scalp appearance. Then we have that extended lace front, and of course you can see my dark brown bio hair there, but that runs from about here to here on me. Beautiful lace front. You'd have a couple of dark knots here and there, very delicate though and natural looking. That doesn't bother me at all. Of course, if there's a knot here or there that bothers you, you certainly could pluck it. I will link my video down below showing you how I like to pluck a hairline if I need to. I wouldn't on this one. I think this looks very natural, not too dense. And with these lighter fibers, you really almost can't see the knots, at least on the lighter fibers. So let's go ahead and look at this style from all sides. But first, let me just point out this fringe. We have the long fringe again that you can sweep to the side or trim. And just look how that all falls around the face. So pretty. All right, from the right, here she is. And the back, beautiful movement. Feels very light on the head. The left and back to the front. So I can't wait to play with this one. And I will want to change that part line, create scalp appearance, and get these fibers out of my face a little bit by creating some lift in the front. And I'll do that on the blockhead. And then we will take her outside and we'll get a good look at this gorgeous color outside in natural light. It's my first time trying this color and I'm absolutely surprised and delighted by how much I love it. I did want to mention again that I did style Park Ave here with steam, just like I did Manhattan, steamed a new part line in place and created just a tiny bit of lift in the front and on the sides, not too much, because when you have these fringe pieces, if you steam it too much up away from the face, you'll get this kind of a bend inward, which then is hard to correct. So I like to just add the tiniest bit of lift when you have these side swept fringe pieces, but I just think this is the cutest, spunky, edgy little style and I love it in this color. So I was absolutely surprised, but wanted to let you know that I have styled her already a little bit. Let's go ahead and read the description from Shirley's website for this color. So it's described as an unrooted gray mix, and that's exactly what it is. You can see you don't have any rooting, and then you have a mixture of lightest gray. You can see those gray tones in there, and a hint of white. And absolutely, especially in the front, you can see some of that white and creating a natural but fashionable gray. And I absolutely think that's right, because of course, with this light gray, white hair, you would not have a rooting. So this is very natural, and I can absolutely see myself wearing a color like this once I go gray. And so I love to review these colors as well. Let's go ahead and look at the details out here. So we have that extended lace front again that runs from here to here. I actually think you are seeing some of my bio hair under there. Let's see if I can pull it forward a little bit. All right, now you can see how natural that looks. Of course, with those light fibers in the front, you have a very natural looking hairline, and it's an extended lace front, so that is wonderful as well. Then we have that left mono part, and with this color, I'm not seeing a lot of scalp appearance. I do a little bit here in the front, in the lace area, and I think still, though, that looks very natural for this kind of a color. Let me correct the placement. There we go. All right, so let's get a quick look at her from all sides. Here she is from the right and the back and the left. Just gorgeous. I think the gray mixed with the white, and now we have some sunlight so you can see it in the sun and in the shade. Mixed together just create a lovely dimensional shade that is interesting and very natural looking, and I think surprisingly really suits this edgy, spunky little bob style. So next we will go inside and go over final thoughts. I absolutely love all four of the styles that I've reviewed in this video and highly recommend them. They are just stunning and very modern, beautiful colors and very soft fibers. And I can vouch for the Belle Tress heat-friendly synthetic fibers because I have personally worn Belle Tress's heat-friendly synthetic fibers for months and months. And I find that they stay soft and silky feeling for quite a while. Now, of course, with time, they do require maintenance. And I will leave a link to a video in my description box down below showing you how I like to care for and maintain my heat-friendly synthetic styles. So just briefly a recap, we have Manhattan, gorgeous longer bob style with these subtle waves and layers. It's a wavy style, but almost feels a little sleek and has this lovely bend in the front. Gorgeous. Then we have Brooklyn. And again, Brooklyn is a long, wavy style that looks like you've styled it with a curling iron and then loosened the curls. So just very glamorous and elegant and classic and beautifully done with these longer face framing layers and lower density, gorgeous fibers. Then we have Chelsea, and this is the only one of the four that has a center monopart instead of a left monopart. And this is a longer bob style or lob style, very sleek, very elegant. And as you see, I was able to change the part slightly to the left in the front because that's just what I prefer. You have some face framing layers, gorgeous, sleek bob style. And lastly, of course, I'm wearing Park Avenue, and this is just such a fun and edgy style that I don't feel like I've ever really tried a style just like this before. So gorgeous, and I happen to love this oyster gray. I think it is a dimensional, lovely color. I wanted to remind you that all four of these styles are available for purchase at Shirley's Wig Shop, and I will leave a link to each in my description box down below. Also, I wanted to thank you for watching today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.